Yeah, good evening, everyone. So, related to diagrammatic representation, it is the third step in the presentation of data. And there are some merits for the diagrammatic representation. What are those merits? Pranav, can you tell?
It is easily understandable.
Okay, then?
It is very attractive and
Appealing. It is attractive and appealing. Rahul, any other point? We can represent the abstract numbers. What is that?
We can abstract the numbers more concrete and
yeah, abstract numbers can be presented in more concrete manner or understandable manner. Okay. Now, what are the three methods through which we can present the diagrammatic? What are the three methods through which we can present the data through diagrams? Abhilash.
Ma'am, simple bar diagram.
That is coming under one division, right? Three main headings are there. Which are they?
Geometrical.
Geometric design.
Geometric design, frequency, geometric diagram, frequency diagram, and arithmetic line.
Arithmetic line graph. So these are the three methods through which we can represent the table in a diagrammatic form. Okay. Now below that, the first one, geometric diagram. There also some classifications we have. What are those classifications? Below the geometric design, there are two classifications. Two divisions are there. Anish, can you tell? What are the two divisions? No. Sayujya, do you know? Two divisions. Yeah. What is that? Bar diagram and?
Pie diagram.
Pie diagram. Okay, so two divisions. Now under bar diagram, we have more divisions. Which are they? Alan Thomas?
Ma'am, simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, component bar diagram.
Okay, component bar diagram. So this is just in short, you can understand by seeing this just once more. Don't forget this. Geometric representation of data, and these two are coming under one category. What is that? Geometric design. Okay. Now bar diagram, you can see simple bar diagram, multiple bar diagram, component or subdivided bar diagram. Frequency diagrams, you have three: histogram, frequency polygon or curve, frequency curve or ogive, and arithmetic line graph. Now next one, I told you what do you mean by a simple bar diagram. What is a simple bar diagram? What are some features I told you related to simple bar diagram? Krishnanuni, can you start?
Equal space and equal width.
Equal width, rectangular bars will be there for every class or category. How can we understand, or through which way we can understand the magnitude of data?
Length.
Through the height or length of the bars here. Okay, fine. Pranav, can you tell any other points related to it?
The lower end touches the base.
Baseline, and what it indicates?
0 unit.
Yeah, it indicates it's starting from the 0 unit. Then, Rahul, any other point? Use of simple bar diagram.
And data can be frequency or non-frequency.
Data can be easily, bar diagram can be easily compared by seeing the height. Okay, so by seeing the height, we can easily compare the height and we can say that which one is higher or which one has more or less. That can be done. There are two types of data I told, frequency data and non-frequency data. What do you mean by frequency data, Akshay? Can you say?
Frequency data shows the number of times the data value occurs.
Okay, number of times the data value occurs. What do you mean by non-frequency data, Sayuja? Can you say? Do you know?
It do not represent data according to the value.
Will not represent the data according to the value. Is it like that? I feel you know the answer, but not putting in proper words. Abhilash, can you say?
It represents data in specific values and not on the basis of how much it
how many
occurs.
times it is occurring. Okay, so it is just original values will be whatever is there in the distribution, that will be represented through this data here. Okay, now next one. I told you bar diagrams, it is suitable for non-frequency and frequency type variables. And discrete variables can be represented by bar diagram. Discrete variables in the sense we are talking about the whole numbers. It is bar diagrams, actually it is more convenient for the non-frequency data. And this is important. Bars are also called as what? Yes. I hope you can see the screen.
Columns.
Yes, columns. And bar diagrams, simple bar diagram is there. Other than that, we have multiple bar diagram and the component bar diagram. Okay. This is one example for bar diagram, simple bar diagram, where each and every number is represented through bars here. Okay. Next, you have done this. Now, next one is about multiple bar diagram. Now here, how are we representing the values through the multiple bar diagram? That is what it is given. We are depicting two or more characteristics, like we are placing the bars together. Okay, maybe one bar like this, another bar like this, like that we are placing bars together and making different bars for different characteristics. That kind of bar diagram, we call it as multiple bar diagram. Okay, so why are we making this particular kind of diagram? It is mainly for comparing two or more sets of data. So we are depicting two or more variables or two or more characteristics we are depicting or we are showing. How are we showing? It will be adjacently placed. What do you mean by adjacently placed? It will be placed nearly, and on the total will be shown in that particular year. These are the characteristics of three things. Like that they will be showing through the multiple bar diagram. Okay, why we are using this particular kind of bar diagram? It is used for comparing two or more sets of data here. Just 1 minute. On the female literacy, a comparison is done on the female literacy by taking 2 years here, 2001 and 2011. So like this, when we are making adjacent bar or together when we are making for one characteristics belonging to different years, that kind of bar diagram we call it as multiple bar diagram. I will make you to do one example also. This is 2018, 19, 20. Now in this you can see 3 years are given. For humanities itself you can see 3 years. Commerce itself you can see 3 years. So science also 3 years. So when you are making the bar, how many bar will be there for humanities?
3 bars.
3 will be there. Okay, so please copy down the question and you can do the multiple bar diagram and I will ask you. Now,
can you
yes.
show that slide of multiple bar diagram?
Yes.
Definition.
Definition. Okay, the other one, previous one. This one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This one.
It is mainly used for comparison and will be adjacently placing the bars. And by seeing the height, we can understand the magnitude of the characteristics. And we are using it for comparing two or more assets, sets of data in this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now copy down the question. Okay, I will remove the screen. That's why I'm telling. Just copy down the question. See, question should be copied down. Otherwise, afterwards, when you see the graph, you will not understand how we have done that. Have you copied?
No, ma'am.
No. Now you know that where are you going to write the numbers on one side. Then you can write humanities, commerce and science. And for humanities itself, you will have 3 diagrams attached. 3 bar diagram attached. Shall I stop? Okay. What is this? You can use different colors for the same, or different patterns can be used for same subject. If you don't have colors, you can use some pattern neatly. Please do it neatly. Year wise, you can use same pattern. Okay, if you want year wise, you can use same pattern. In the sense for 2018, you can use one pattern. 2019, you can use another pattern. 2020, another pattern. These bars are used for comparison. Okay, comparison. Here, 3 subjects are given. So these 3 subjects, we are doing a comparison in which subject is having more number of students, then very less number of students, and on an average, other one. According to the years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Yeah, one more thing. Whenever you are drawing a graph, this is very important. Okay. Scale should be given. You have to write the unit what we are using or scale what you are using. That is 1 centimeter is equal to 100 students. I cannot see it properly. So just see the numbers, what you have marked, it is correct. And when you have done that graph, on the side of this, you can see that what color they have, which color they have used for each subject. So that key or that note should be given there. Okay, make a small square there. Whatever pattern you have used for humanities, enter there. Commerce, whatever it is, science, whatever, please enter there. It is compulsory that this should be given. Like this, for each and everything, marks are there. For scale, marks are there. For this key, marks are there. For the patterns also, or coloring. Rather than you can use pattern, no problem. Second one, third one, okay, fine. And the key is also given, scale also. Okay, all please. Okay, you have taken the 50, 100, like that you taken the numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's why it's a little more longer. Okay, fine. I think so one more person also I saw like that, 50, 100, 150. Okay. Rahul, done? Yes. 550, 350, then it is 200. Okay, fine. Good. Scale also please write. Okay. Written scale. Okay. It's there on the top. No.
Yes, ma'am. Written.
Okay. Pranav, done?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay. Then who else is remaining? Pavitra, finished? Bazuri, Akshay, just show. Sayujya. Alan. Sayujya, did you finish? I hope you people can hear, right? Okay, did you finish, Sayujya?
No.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, then show. One. Okay. Okay, scale key also. That square box, have you done? The key, this one. Done, right? Okay. Done, Pranav? Little more up. Okay, fine. Okay, so the next we are going to the another topic, that is component diagram. Yeah, that I will take. Component diagram in the sense. Now, in this bar itself, 1 minute. We are presenting in this bar itself, or we are making some components. Okay, here total is given 550, right? In that we are giving components. How many this subject, how many another subject, how many like that. We are making components, and total we will be getting adding all these components, or we are subdividing the bar into different categories. That kind of diagram we call it as component bar diagram or subdivided bar diagram. You can see from your textbook. Just 1 minute. Yes, here. Yeah, here you can see clearly in this bar diagram, out of 100%, 91.5 is given as out of school boys. At the primary level, no, 91.5 it is given as they are studying in the school. 8.5 they are out of the school, they are not studying. Girls, it's given that 58.6 they have enrolled or they are studying. 41.4 they are out of the school. The same way, total they have taken 78 out of 100%. Somewhat 78 are enrolled in the school and 22 are out of the school. That many they are not studying. Okay, so component bar diagram, it shows the bar at the same time with the subdivisions. Okay, or two or more components we have. That is why we call it as a subdivided bar diagram. Okay, or component bar diagram. So component bar diagram, we are using the bar, we are dividing into different categories, and when you total it, you will be getting that when you total these components, you will be getting the total from the total of that particular data. Okay, now let me show you that features related to it. Bar diagram, it shows the bar and its subdivisions. Two or more components will be there. Because of that reason, we call it as subdivided bar diagrams. Now to construct that, bar will be constructed on the x-axis according to its height or according to the total value what is given. And from that total value, whatever is given for the components, that will be marked. So here we will draw one bar. Now out of this bar, here total is how much? This will be 1,100. And in this 1,100, what are the subdivisions? 550, then 350. Sorry, this will be more. Okay, 350, 200, like that we will be subdividing. In this way, when we are presenting that, we call it as component bar diagram. This I will be telling you once more in the next class. Now let me take the attendance. Abdul Aman, absent. Ellen Thomas.
Present, ma'am.
Ellen Burgess.
Present, ma'am.
Anish.
Present, ma'am.
Aparna. Absent. Krishna Kanti. Krishna Nunni. Naveen. Akshay.
Present, ma'am.
Pavitra.
Present, ma'am.
Pranav. Rahul. Roseanne.
Present, ma'am.
Sayujya.
Present, ma'am.
Vinay. Vishnu.
Present, ma'am.
Vishnu, you are coming late every time. Abhiram. Abhijit. Abhilash. Amal. Basuri. Kevin. Absent. Omar. Sanam. Sandra. Okay, thank you very much. Bye then.
Thank you.